Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Lucky Boy 9990, or UFO. This is basically another clone of the Hubsan X4. I got it because I really like the color. Green is my favorite color, so I thought I'd check this out. This is the only quad that comes in this sort of fluorescent green. It'd be really cool if the plastic was glow in the dark, but it is not. It does have LEDs in the arms, though. It has white in the front, and then the back flash between red and blue, and they kind of do a dancing, flashing light show. So it's kind of cool. May make it a little bit tricky to keep orientation in the dark with them constantly flashing like that, but it looks pretty cool anyway. And it comes with this protective frame built onto it. But really, it's pretty much worthless. I mean, it's just this tiny, flimsy little plastic, and I mean, you can see it's just really kind of springy. So if you do bounce into a wall, it almost springs the quad off of it. And then when it only attaches with just this one tiny little arm, you'll see I've already broken it. I mean, I think like my first test, just kind of lightly bouncing into the wall, the arm snapped and it crashed horribly because of that. So the frame is pretty much entirely worthless. It does kind of come up above the props a little bit, so I think it would work decently well to keep you from hitting the ceiling with the props. But really, it's pretty non-functional. But it looks cool. And it does really nice flips, so that's pretty cool. It recovers really quickly from the flips. It comes with a 350 milliamp hour battery, which takes about an hour to charge, but will give you a good 7+ minute flight. And it comes with a USB charging cable and a full set of spare props. And then the transmitter is kind of your standard, like the WL toy style. It does have a speed button, which is your rates, and it actually has 3 rates, so it has low, medium, and high rates. Interestingly, the yaw does not change with the different rates. The yaw has one constant speed throughout all 3 rates, but it is a pretty good yaw speed, so you know, I could fly it well at all rates, and it didn't really seem to need to change, but it was just kind of odd that it didn't. And then this is your flip button, which they call the turning button. So a pretty standard transmitter, and really I think that's about all there is to say about it. Oh, I did want to mention that the battery compartment is pretty tight, so I mean, I had a hard time getting even the stock battery in and out of there, so I don't know if you'll have much other brand batteries that are going to fit in there. And also the cables are right under where the battery needs to slide in, so I feel like, I mean, you can kind of see that red one's already like a loose wire hanging out there, so I feel like these wires are going to rip off eventually, taking the battery in and out. So I'll probably put the stock battery in there and just leave it in, because taking the battery in and out is quite tricky. Alright, well that's it, so let's go check out some flight footage. Alright, this is a flight review of the Lucky Boy 9990 UFO. In my review I was talking about being afraid about the wire coming ripped out with the battery. Well, that happened. So right now I've just kind of got it pushed in there, and it seems to be working, but I kind of have a feeling that as soon as I start flying around, it's going to come unplugged. So we'll see if I can give you a little flight review example. I don't even have a soldering machine, so not really sure how I'm going to fix that, but we'll see what I can do. We'll get it synced up here. I kind of have a feeling if I do a flip, it's going to... Oh, it already immediately became unplugged. Well, let's see. So yeah, this red wire has become detached, and you can see I can kind of push it in there and it'll work for a second and then it comes undone. Well, let me see if I can fix that. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Well guys, looks like it's a no-go on this one. I tried putting some super glue on there and it held for about a second, and now I can't even get it to make a connection anymore or turn on at all. So I guess I'm gonna have to take this apart and see if I can solder that back in or something, or just call this one a junker. But so looks like no flight review on this one. That's gonna be a first, but it is a proof of concept that I thought that was going to be a problem, and sure enough, that turned out to be a problem. So, well, no flight review, but you know, it did fly pretty nice and stable, did good flips, and really my only complaint was this stupid protective frame that didn't work very well. So we're gonna have to revisit this one maybe sometime. Alright, sorry guys. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.